It's all down to Dima. He's the only player with an AK-47. He's actually the only player alive for Prosto after all of his teammates have fallen. And we will see a 7th round come to fruition. But this is where it really matters. Another buy round for Prosto.
Yeah. Pretty smart here from Salty. I want to point that out real quick. We saw him in towards T connector. He was watching Pop Dog from that position, but he heard his opponent, which is why, well, he heard both of them running in apps, which is why he briefly looked up into the air just to pinpoint exactly like, are they in spawn or are they in house? And then immediately when he figured out where they were, he just knife out, ran down towards Ivy, took the peak from that position, and instantly found well at it. So great stuff there from Salty. But yeah, as you said, very important round here for Prosto. The problem is, we've alluded to this a couple of times, there's so much money on Unique's side of it. So even if Prosto wins this one, they need a pretty clean round. Like, they cannot lose more than 2 players in this one. Otherwise, the next is going to be a trouble. Especially seeing as Unique has so much money that they can buy up very comfortably for the next 3 rounds or something like that. It's gonna be an uphill struggle here for Prosto for sure.
Yeah, and they've obviously taken a pause to contemplate this just before their next buy round. I think I can hear the little clicks. They must be getting back into the action now. 1-7 here. Even if they close this half out flawlessly and find an 8-7, that's still advantageous for this T side. Look at that. Look at that little filter that's being used. That little Western filter. I love that. Isn't that little beautiful? Beautiful like cheats. 7-1.
Down, buddy.
1 minute 45 on the board, of course. Start of this 9th round. That Molotov's not going to do all too much, but that nade will. All the nade stack into main. Just falls a tiny bit short. That could have done catastrophic damage. And now World Edit posted right above this smoke. Can find Zorty Zorp. The AK and M4's already rained out for 1 and 2. So this, what a convincing round here. The first convincing round of the game for Prosto. As Pult wants to do it all on his lonesome. And I think he's going to get taken down as well. A completely clean round. A must win. And with 5 alive, they're really going to be feeling the heat after that.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. Prosto. Single player for this one. They did invest, well, we see it here, they are reinvesting a little bit into utility because they did use some. Seems like I'm having some issues with my microphone, unfortunately. I'll try and fix that in a little bit. But yeah, as I said, very important round here for Prosto, and they managed to get the job done.
That's what's most important right now, is them just clinging on and having successful rounds. Remember, if they can close this half out assertively, it's always ready for the taking that they can do this on their T side as well. We know that Prosto, they're very experienced on the T side of Train. So they're making a comeback isn't out of the realm of possibility. It's about then taking the pistol, then manhandling the economy of your enemies. It's usually the way that you want to be approaching things. And Team Unique, after a little bit of CT success, have actually slowed this way down. They're just right now watching the choke points, looking for a push over by Ivy, over by Main, expecting Prosto to get aggressive. But you can see that a man up, they've just turtled down on these bomb sites. They don't need to make any push, any approach whatsoever. So, clock down to 40 here. And it's actually time for the push to come through. Over by Pop, you can see this little bit of map control taken. And I think Yakandar's the only player watching onto it. He'll spot the initial peak from afar. Now the push is about to come in. World Edit's actually getting taken from behind. Yakandar, good damage, but finally gets taken away. World Edit, 22 HP. Needs to stay alive, doesn't. Zorty, great headshot. Pult's already out. And Dima's holding right behind, but Nickelback, he gets taken away as well. They need to contend with Pop Dog. He gets taken away. It's only Waylander remaining. A great headshot to open things up, but he's got a doublet to find, and only 30 seconds on the board to do it. Waylander closes in. Oh, second man. That was an opportunity. Could have been the headshot as the Molotov rains in, but it's too long. Waylander, with a lot of space to work with, wants to go right over the top. He's running out of bullets, running out of health, and another one from Unique.
Yeah, once again, as I said, this is the big problem. Unique, they have so much money to work with that they answer right back. They push straight into it. They get the buy that they need pretty much, and it's all they need. 2 players surviving. Plenty of money still remains in the bank here for Unique. Buying up is not going to be an issue for probably the remainder of this one, unless something goes completely wrong. And on the other hand, Prosto, they did manage to save up a bit of money, seeing as they had more or less a clean round. But they only have enough for this one buy. After this, they're going to be broken again. So again, very important round here for Prosto.
And again, you can see the Team Unique economy. Pashnoi, he's almost at $13,000, so he can pretty much single-handedly buy for his team. Money is not going to be a pressure for this T side for at least the next couple of rounds, at least the next one. And even after that, that loss bonus will start building up, and they'll have more cash in their pockets. A triple defense again on the B-bomb site, but the flashes are perfect. Waylander forced back, and that limits any damage that he can do. C4 in the open, but Prosto, they do hold on. A quadruplet of frags, and it's only Pult remaining. He's going to get likely caught by behind. It looked like Waylander might just move into his position, but doesn't quite happen. World Edit spots him. They know exactly where he's playing from. Taken out of the server. And funnily enough, 2 of the 3 rounds that Prosto have won have been these completely clean rounds. And this didn't look like it was going to be one of them. Obviously, Waylander initially flashed. Felt like he was probably a goner. Supported by 3 players on the defense. A great over-rotate once again. 3 to 8.
Again, as soon as I say that they need a clean round, they get the cleanest round they can get. Very important stuff, once again, for Prosto. That means that even if they lose this round, they still have enough money to buy up in the next. Exactly what we saw previously, but they need to get some rounds on the board. They need to bring these rounds together and get more than just one at a time. Unique already on 8. Ooh, he's going to get caught. Great reaction coming in from Yakinder. Actually, a good angle on that observing there from the observer. Then Vicious will take him down eventually. Yakinder finding the first shot. That was a nice one.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he even gets away with one there. Obviously, against that run boost, he should be absolutely done. It's pretty much a Hail Mary flick. At that point, you're just wanting to instantly eliminate those players. But it does work out. And now World Edit's next on the defensive. He's got that AWP in hand. And there's only one player facing him down. Remember that if they were really looking to get onto this A-bomb site, they would be looking for refrags, but not even needed. World Edit doesn't want to take the shot, but I think he does get spotted, so... Now Team Unique should know that the AWP is playing on that A-bomb site. They're going to go elsewhere against only Waylander towards B. He's holding right towards the back with the Krieg, and Dima could be right on the flank, so it's all a matter of timing here, whether Robin is going to look behind. Waylander cannot hit the spray down. Now Dima, he's right on the flank, so he could attempt to stop this bomb from going down, but it's a little too fast. Pashnoi, he's got a flank of his own, but you see Team Unique, they are watching, they're behind. They know They are ever so slightly compromised. I love this from Pashnoi. He's coming in from the rear. However, Heaven not being checked, his position has actually kind of been countered. He's not going to have any effectiveness. This will be a round nonetheless. World Edit should save the AWP with no aggressive anywhere near.
Yeah, as you said, Passionoi actually went through T connector, and typically you would see a player like that on that flank going over towards connector rather than Pop Dog. So a bit interesting to see him go for that move. We do see the ADR here, the split between the players, the scoreboard thus far. Colt has been doing really well in a couple of these rounds, but it's a bit interesting to see them all, sitting below or at 90. It's not that often we see that. Every once in a while we see it, but for the most part we'll have like one player on. Well, I think most of the games, probably 90% of the games I've ever watched, we have one player who's above 105 or 100. Or something like that, and the rest is going to be like slightly below that.
I think what's interesting for this law, that just should not happen on the T side of Train. They've been so successful, and that's obviously the second time that Yekendar's scout, now the expensive AWP, has been caught out very early in the round. You're always going to be looking for those opening frags from Heaven, and obviously it is a high risk, high reward play. However, Zorti, I love this boost. Earlier we missed it. There's nobody holding right at those back trains right now, over by connector, and is holding incredibly close. You've seen that Team Unique, as soon as they get those openings, they slow things down. They make Prosto sweat. They really don't want to allow them to get aggressive at all. Waylander's got a great position in Zorte. Takes the aggressive peek. Robin, next in line, drops the bomb, and now it's Pashnoi versus 3. They're going to line up for him, but he won't be able to find the frags. Not successful, it's 9-4. I love this. And he sits on that ladder waiting for the Molotov to be thrown.
Very well played in that round from Prosto. And finally, they've actually managed to deal economical damage to Team Unique. But the problem now is, including this one, there's 2 rounds left rather, for this half. So yeah, sure, they've managed to deal some economical damage at this point, but it's probably a bit too little, a bit too late. Salty does find the first frag, takes a good chunk of damage in the process, but still barely alive.
Push coming in towards Ivy. World Edit's the next player on the offensive. He's got this AWP, and I think, yeah, he's going to be wanting to get aggressive here. As soon as he finds this initial frag, he's going to be... Oh, challenged! Where's the challenge? Zorte doesn't quite go for the peak there, and the smoke goes down. World Edit now hidden right around the corner, wrapped away. I'm not sure how he missed that shot. Obviously, the bullet tapped into the metal. And only tags and doesn't frag. Zorte somehow stays alive. Ambitious with him. 12 and 13 health points respectively. And World Edit continues to hold the angle. I'm sure that there'll be a counter peek here. Another offensive from Pop Dog. As one peaks, I think another will just swing in and try and eliminate World Edit. With the AWP, it's either you get the collat, 1 kill or 4 back, or you straight up die. World Edit instantly loses that duel headshot from Van Vicious, and he's on barely a health point to talk of. Instantly gets taken away. Nickelback doesn't quite know that they're a second and third player towards Pop, though. As they move in, it's another instant shot. Team Unique seem crisp this morning. As Robin might be able to finish this one off single-handedly. Only Waylander left. A 1 versus 2. But on the A side of Train, this is a notoriously hard map to retake on, especially as Pashnoi. He's been spotted already. Waylander, how is he going to be able to breach this one? The cross even seen, they know that he's holding behind Green Train. And Pashnoy's going to take him away. Double digits on the T side for Unique.
10-4 on the T side. Ugh. How do you cope with this if you're Prosto? I mean, the only thing I can see is, once again, they've definitely scrimmed against each other before. It's very clear from the way that they're playing at this point. So there is potential that Prosta knows how Unique plays on this CT side as well. That could give them a slight edge in the second half. But even then, like, the morale's gotta be a little bit low for this one. At least that's my thinking. Peshanoy gets the first, but Demasic with a nice little double here, almost catching the triple as well, but not quite. Eventually will get taken down. Waylander having issues hitting even one shot. And that's going to be 11 on the board for Unique on the T side. Ouch.
Yeah, what a half. That was really damaging. And yeah, another one obviously on the board. 11-4 now. That is just right about as one-sided as it possibly can get. You can see on the CT side, not many players posting double-digit frags, only the one there. See all throughout the half. You're about to see a Team Unique highlight reel here of how to entry frag, pretty much with the exception of a couple. This was quite a nice little play, but does actually lose that round in effect. But yeah, you just see Prosta actually finding a couple more frags in this reel than I thought, but yeah, halftime here, it's just been such a one-sided half, and you'll see that score creep up and up and up and up as Team Unique pretty much dominated in the opening here. All over the board. Pretty much, yeah, a Team Unique highlight reel starts of round number 16. Pistols here, of course, Pashnoy. He's picked up a couple of nades. HE, Smoke, Flash. Zorte's got the kit in pocket, in hand. Prosto didn't have a single kit. It's Nickelback. Let's get aggressive on the offset. Finds that initial pickup. Minute 24 on the board. And they will be moving into, the B-bomb site, but the flank's taken care of. Robin now knows that there's actually nobody else playing within main. He got incredibly aggressive there. I'm sure that the push is about to come through. That nade, is it going to have any effect? He bounces it upwards, but all three players coming from heaven and taps missed. They need to get onto this B-bomb site now. As the C4 was dropped in the open, now Pashnoy trying to get even a couple of taps in. A 2 versus 4. This bomb is just about going to go down, and now these Glocks have to rain hell on this CT side. Teamer will go for an aggressive peek. There's one, but he's got 3 more to find, and the reload needs to come through. He gets caught off guard, and there's the defuse. Comes in 4-12 now. The hellish start just continues, doesn't it?
It's not looking great. I mean, that's quite an understatement, obviously. It's looking really bad here for Unique. Or for Prosto, rather. Unique, on the other hand, yeah. This looks like it might just be a good map for them. This might just be their map. Prosto, maybe, just maybe, having a little bit of issues on this one. But obviously, it is a best of 3, so we could see them change things up ever so slightly for that second map of the series. It's not looking likely that they'll make this comeback a possibility at this point, though.
No, we do see this quite a lot, though, don't we? Where one team comes out of the gates just so fiery, and then they go to sleep, maybe even get complacent map 2. This is one of these series where that could definitely happen. Team Unique, like, even if they get up to 16 early, that's only one map in a 3-map series. So, 1 minute 17 here on the board, and Prosto trying to move their way and work through to the A-bomb site. Vicious, he's going to just check for a gun barrel, an arm, and then instantly toss that smoke through. But he actually responds early. So Prosto, they're going to be locked right behind here. There's a nade to follow. Great damage onto Nickelback. Half HP now. Exactly so. 50 seconds left. As Team Unique, they haven't conceded even a single casualty. And World Edit, is he about to make his way in? As the Deagle posted on this corner. Any push through this smoke is oh so dangerous, but Zorte right up above. And there's just the capitalization. Waylander, he's also been spotted. Final player, he has the AK-47 in hand, but up against 3, it's not meant to be. 13-4.
Once again, good stuff here for Unique. Once again, not much Prosta could do in this round. And at this point already, 13-4. They don't really have a whole lot of money to work with for this round. They are going to be on a bit of an eco. Then it's going to be 14-4, just 2 rounds after that in favor of Unique. This map is pretty much in the bag already for Unique.
It's been a sad situation, hasn't it? It's been pretty much Unique dominating and decimating since the start. We've seen nothing competitive out of the Prosto side. They haven't been hitting their shots. And they've also been playing what I hate to see and what I like to call solo Counter-Strike. They're just playing together. They're not playing together, sorry. They are holding completely apart. And you can see it right now with the setup. Let's say that Pashnor gets his frag. There's nobody to refrag onto Yakandar. And that means freebies for Team Unique all over the map. We saw it on the CT side where Team Unique, they were able to take these angles aggressively and just find one by one. And Prosto, they're just not playing as a team. So if there's one way to guarantee that you lose the map just instantly, it's exactly in that fashion. Nickelback, one headshot being dealt. Picks up a SMG, but this one is just over. He's got 40 seconds to try and play into their hands. You can see that's just being sandwiched in. One player behind as well does heavy damage. There's no correct answer here. He might just try and get a bomb plant. There's nobody actually playing on the B bomb site, so a plant could have been successful, but it's 14-4.
14-4 indeed. Now, the thing here is that Prosto, the next map is their choice. That's going to be Overpass. This one has been chosen by Unique, so that does suggest that Unique feel comfortable on it. The stats does not suggest that Unique are super strong on this map. Currently, Unique in the last 3 months have 56% win rate here on Train. Prosto with 50%, so they win half of the games that they play on it. And it's fairly similar on Overpass. Overpass is not like a massively great map for either of these two teams. Well, I mean, it's still slightly better for Unique, but with a much smaller sample size. So last 3 months, Unique have played Overpass 3 times and Prosto 17 times. So that does suggest that Prosto, first of all, that they play more, and second of all, that they enjoy playing Overpass.
More than likely that they're good at it. That's the first opening frag that we've seen in quite a while from World Edit. He finally punches in with the AWP and does at least a tickle of damage onto this CT side. Pashnite is right around this corner, and as they smoke, this MP9 is just going to be precariously close. If he finds this frag onto Dima, the likelihood is he could even take away the AWP as well if World Edit just misses one shot. This could all fall apart. The flash goes right over his head, and Dima is able to find the pickup. Now 2 defenders on the A bomb site with the rotate coming swiftly through. World Edit just gets caught off guard. Lots of damage dealt. Waylander able to take Robin right out of the server. And Ipol, yeah, right around the corner. That's map point here on Train. And this match is pretty much over as soon as it started. This has been so one-sided. There's great timings all over the board from the Unique side. They do have their finger on the pulse, this map.
15-4. This is going to be over in just a moment. I believe maybe even after this round. Prosto, we haven't seen a whole lot from them. We've seen a couple of rounds on the CT side where they actually got stuff done. And pretty much one-sided rounds as well in their favor. but right after winning a round, they lose the next. So at the end of the day, Unique have just been playing way better here on Train, and it is going to be coming down to Overpass for Presto. Now the big question is this going to be a 2-0 affair in favor of the slight underdogs in this one? Or will Presto actually bring it back on Overpass?
Yeah, because the all of the air has just been let out of this Prosto balloon, this this specific map. They are very hit and miss though, so I wouldn't be surprised if they can come in firing on all cylinders on Overpass instead. That was the map that they obviously picked. They've got to be feeling somewhat confident. They've got a high play rate on it, so they're picking it in a lot of their series. They're playing it in almost all of their best of threes. But a complete whitewash, a 16-4, and we will go to a very short break before we get into potentially the final map of this series. So don't run away, don't go very far, because we'll be right back right after this.
Loot made for live betting.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my
Fucked and drank all night, acted all alright, had no need to fight tonight. Fucked and drank all night, acted all alright, had no need to fight tonight. Cast me far away, play these little games, acting all okay today. Cast me far away, play these little games, acting all okay today. Cast me far away, play these little games, acting all okay today. Cast me far away, play these little games, acting all okay today.
Suck it up, life's tough, we know that. Someone's got better stuff and can throw cash. Tell them I don't give a fuck, make my own path. I don't need no handouts, I'm my own man. Gotta get it, I'll get it in fast, yeah. Got a girl that she'll get it, she bad, yeah. Man, I only get down with the best, I'ma leave the complaints with the rest, I won't ever stop now, I'ma get it now. Have my head face down in the fucking ground. Rock bottom I found, but I'm back now. Bitch, better back down or you'll fucking drown. I don't wanna hear it now, this is my town. I'ma be the one found at the top now. Screaming out so loud to the whole crowd. Did I make you proud? Give a fuck now. Alright, no, I need you here, and I just might lie wide awake in fear and let time pass by. No, I can't see clear, think I'm lost inside, and the end is near. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Not okay. Ripped it out of the chest from the cocaine. I don't wanna get left, no way. Man, I wanna be the best in my domain. Peace of mind never coming to my head, yeah. If I'm first, then I'm gonna end up dead, yeah. I'm here to fuck around and make friends, yeah. I'm here to put all of my team as the bed, yeah. And all I see is that you're running from your past, yeah. Just like a dream, can't seem to make yourself go fast, yeah. You keep on going, but you're falling. It's now or never, push it all in. I'm not alright. know I need you here, and I just might lie wide awake in fear and let time pass by. No, I can't see clear, think I'm lost inside, and the end is near. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Oh, yeah. It's just not fair. Deep down, I know I'm a fighter. Deep down, I know my desires. Everybody thinks that I'm just a liar. They don't know what I got inside ya. I'm the one to fight fire with fire. I'm the type who never lets me get tired. Mess with me and they never will find ya. Yeah, people tell me I won't get it. They don't know me cause I'm cold winning. Always in the ninth, I close innings. Always in my mind, don't know quitting. I'ma be the one that blows up in it. You gon' be the one that shows up missing. I'ma be the one that knows my mission. You gon' be the one with no ambition. I'ma make you take it all back. You ain't never gonna get me, man, I'm too fast. Call me the juice, that 40-yard dash. Always look forward, no, never look back. I just spit the truth, better listen to my facts. Get me up in the booth and I put them on a blast. When I spit the truth, they all listen to the facts. Got nothing to lose, so I put the pen to bed. That's what I do, hard work always lasts. And the pain's not an act, no, it hurts real bad. But you have to attack what you want to attract, or you're gonna look back and regret what you lack. Everybody knows that's a fact. Yeah, I just want my words to impact. Yeah, I just want my words to all last. Yeah, not sorry if I put you on blast.
They know just what they see on the outside. They don't know just what I'm like on the inside. If you knew what I could do, you'd watch your backside. If you knew what I could do, you'd stay in at night. I'm the type of dude you don't wanna fuck with. I'm the type of dude enough is enough, bitch. I'm the type of dude who never gets complacent. I'm the type of dude who knows he's gonna make it, I'll make it.
Can't escape from my thoughts like a black hole. Can't escape from these thoughts and these assholes. Too many people feeling entitled. Too many people staying idle. Man, I work every day for the title, and I'ma get it, that thought is final. The way I think you could say is primal. Kill it, be killed, I'm your rival. I don't lose, no. I'ma be the one they choose, though. You gon' be the one they lose, though. Way too busy and snooze, bro. I'ma be the one to rise up in it. Never gonna fall, I fight till I get it. Always stand tall, got pride, I'm grinning. I don't really think I'll ever find my limit. And I know that they all wanna hate me, but they see me on the climb, so they wait, see. If I make it, then they just might say, B, you been doing so good, brother K-Lee. I don't wanna hear your words, all the fake shit. Nah, I want my day, wanted to be patient. All the same people, never been complacent. We been working hard, man, we on the same shit. I'm not just a sinner, I eat you for dinner. I'm not a beginner, I'll paint you a picture. I got a guitar and they play that shit every day. No, I was not that great, figured out how to play. Learned how to change the beat, learned how to rap and sing. Passion is everything, loved it throughout my teens. 10,000 hours, so I could be fucking king. Hand me the grind, or just get out my fucking ring.
They know just what they see on the outside. They don't know just what I'm like on the inside. If you knew what I could do, you'd watch your backside. If you knew what I could do, you'd stay in at night. I'm the type of dude you don't wanna fuck with. I'm the type of dude enough is enough, bitch. I'm the type of dude who never gets complacent. I'm the type of dude who knows he's gonna make it, I'll make it.
Hello, welcome back everybody. Thanks for joining us here today for the Loot Bet CS Season 5. My name's Squid, it hasn't changed, and somebody who also hasn't changed in the last 12 minutes during our break is Jeet. How have you been doing, man?
I've changed quite a bit. I'm
Why?
a new
How
man.
have you
Okay.
changed? What? What, 12
I'm
minutes?
yeah. I'm a new. I'm a believer in Prosto now.
Really?
I've just changed.
Oh, man. Did somebody come to your door with like a little Bible that said Prosto on it? With, like,
Something like that.
Signed by World Edit on the front page or something? Is it
No,
like a
so the
Jehovah's
thing
Witness?
is, I like that, but not quite. So the thing is, I just went over to their stat page for this map for Overpass, and in the past they've beaten teams like Movistar Riders, Tricked, Japalino, Simon, Vindigo, Havu. On this map, they've lost to Heroic. They've actually lost to Unique, but that's
Well, there you
over
go
a
then.
month ago.
Done and dusted. Argument closed.
No.
Argument closed, right? That's it.
That was a fairly close one, and I mean, everyone can have an off day. I think Prosto got this one in the bag. I must admit, this second map is going to go in the favor of Prosto. You heard it here first. I'm a new man. I found religion, and the religion is Prosto.
I'm pretty sure, G, you're like one of those people. You are like a Jehovah's Witness. You're going to come to our door. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Prosto? Our Lord and Savior Pashnoi? Have you heard of him? No. Anyway, right, 0-0. We've got a map on our hands. We've got some serious Counter-Strike. First off, though, we've got to decide who's going to be playing on which side. That's done by the knife rounds. Let's see if, obviously, Prosto didn't win the... In fact, no, they did win the initial knife round, didn't they? They started on CT side, then they still lost. This time, they lose that knife round as well. So yeah, it will be Unique starting on the CT side first. That means that Prosto, they can dictate the pace of the game on the opening. I think that might even be okay for them. However, if they run into a brick wall, if they run into this Team Unique side who posts a decent defense, because remember, they close it out very quickly on the CT side of Train as soon as they moved over. Prosto couldn't do anything. Let's see what they're made of, though, here on Overpass. They're very different maps. And World Edit, he's got the nades out first. A smoke double flash. Everybody else with the Kevlar. No real nadage on the Unique side. Pashnoi's got that single smoke, and then we're just relying on that defuse kit. So no headshots found initially. 1 minute 40 left, and Zima sneaks downstairs to connector. There's only the boost on the B-bomb site, so that looks all the way down into Monster. It will get that vantage point right above the Prosto side, but it's all whether he can hit the headshots. Oh, and he does! 2 of them! Prosto, the initial pair falls, and now they need to desperately get this C4 down. It has to go for the cross. It does. And now Robin, he can try and do a little more damage. 3 players drop, and that puts his teammates in great stead for the retake. They've got 4 players wrapping around this B-bomb site, and it's time to Dima. Can he hit both these headshots? Only one. It's down to World Edit. Doable clutch here. He spots one behind, but gets taken away. They've even got a kit, so this is going to be a fast and furious defuse there. Just trying to pick anything up. Oh, that's actually odd. Oh, he doesn't have Kevlar, so there's no $350 Kevlar being thrown down the toilet there. But yeah, let's see the replay. This is the angle that we didn't see before. Look at that. How precise is that? I wish I could do that. 1-0.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And now, as I mentioned, Prosto, this is their map. Choice, and they are, in my opinion, slight favorites on this map. That being said, starting on the T side is going to diminish that a little bit. Furthermore, losing the pistol, that's going to diminish that a little bit. So, potentially a rough start here for Prosto, and we do see that with the loot bet odds as well. It is slightly favoring Unique at this point, 1.8 for Unique, but that's obviously for the entire series, and seeing as Unique already won map 1, the odds are actually not that heavy in their favor.
Yeah, that's quite odd. Usually, like, bettors are quite fickle. They'll see a map like map 1, and they'll instantly, like, turn ship. They'll put a double bet on the enemy team, or perhaps they'll they'll switch their bet or do something else. Or lots of other people will obviously bet on Unique, where the odds are very slanted. But yeah, a minute and a second left, and it's straight up long for Prosto. They've already found that opening pickup. They've actually got a really good buy after getting that bomb down, a little bit of extra cash in the pockets. Obviously, they've got Zolti to contend with. He's got this scout ready and waiting. And moving on to long, he can really start to rip players to shreds. If he just hits a couple of body shots, a couple of headshots, he leaves this Prosto side very exposed. There's an opening pickup. Zorte, great stuff now to contend with the Deagle. Doesn't connect once again. There's the tag. And possibly and probably the kill coming in as well. Yeah. Good damage from Zorti there, but other players can't pick up the pieces. Polt, he instantly drops. Van Vicious from the back, very low on HP, just down to 43. As Pashnoi is hidden behind the smoke. I just can't see this retake happening. Van Vicious, he has to pre-fire this tucked away inside angle from Nickelback. It's just not going to happen, is it? Van Vicious, no kit. He is tucked away inside the enemy defensive. And Yekendar's even going to check this angle, so he's actually going to be spotted from the side. I don't know why Yekendar allows Nickelback to fall there. He was watching him for so long, but yeah, 1-1, good round from Prosto.
Yeah, very good round and nice and completely. Two of them, obviously, they didn't really have that much money to work with. But getting that bomb down, it just shows how important it is to get it down. It gave Prosto enough money to invest into that round. And they managed to put that investment to good use. And actually get the job done. Finding their first round on the board. That means that now Unique are going to be on a force buy of their own. It's not a good one. They do have the scout here on Salty, but other than that, just Desert Eagles. We've seen before how dangerous those Desert Eagles can potentially be. Prosto, they do have the better equipment for this one. Waylander has taken a good chunk of damage early on. He's down to just 30. I believe he got tagged by the scout up towards the A-bomb site. Well, up towards middle. Picking up. Slowly but surely going to be peeking in here. He spots one, but it's got to be Passionoi catching the first here. Onto Nickelback. Well, that it gets the trade. Van Vicious in the smoke. Oh no! The other smoke actually hits him and gives away his position. That's so unfortunate. Salty in the meantime, he finds Demasic. Now, Robin gets checked out and taken down. Yakinda are hitting some nice shots on the entries. Polt does answer back. But the bomb will get planted on that B bomb site. And 2-on-2 situation is really good here for Unique. They've done so much economical damage already. And they do have potential of finding Waylander at the very least, who's down to 30. Potentially pick up some weapons as well. Still going to be a tough task securing this round. And indeed, they are going to go down. So there's going to be Prosto picking up their second, but only 2 players surviving.
Yeah, that felt like a really good defense from Unique. They were really clinging on despite the overwhelming pressure from Prosto. Does force them onto this eco, though. They're not going to be able to go for much of a buy into this one. You just see a flash and a smoke come out. That's the only real investment, with the exception of Pult's P250 that he's just picked up. This should be a bit of a landslide of a round. As Prosto, I do feel like this B-bomb site once again, where a stack is in play. This is pretty much the only way that Unique can win this one. And it's actually quite a funky stack. They're going to be throwing the flash right over. Let's see how much effect this flash has. Comes right over. Oh, almost no effect at all. That was pretty much as bad as a flash can be. As Unique get instantly slaughtered. B-bomb site. Another third round for Prosto. Just look at this. Just look, the flashback is held right behind that big grate there to counter the effectiveness of any flash, but also all 3 players didn't get flashed.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate flashbang there. A way that I typically like to pop that flash is actually stand on the opposite side of the pipe, throw it on the wall towards short B. It's a bit tough to explain without showing. But just clear the pipe and land right on the other side and flash anyone who's standing there. Done quite a bit as well. Because it, like, if it's right, you need to have a flashbang that actually works.
It's top tippments.
Ooh,
Like that.
I love it. It's headshot percentage already as well. He's hitting some gnarly shots on these entries. He does get dinked himself down to just Fenvicious and Passionate here. And no defenders down towards the B bomb site. Obviously, that is a big problem here for Unique, especially considering that Presto are going to make a move in towards B eventually. Demasic finds the first up towards long A, but will eventually get taken down here by Passionate. And Passionate to try and bring this one back. A 2-on-3 situation for the retake towards the B bombs. Gonna make a move. Okay, never mind. They're just gonna make a move over towards Playground, and they don't want to try and force the issue here. So it is gonna be 4-1 on the board for Presto. It's a pretty good start here, especially considering that they lost the pistol.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried for, of course, this Prosto side coming in much in the way of rounds. And that previous on Train, they pretty much just got overrun and slaughtered. It was a real wreck of a... the map. However, obviously, the knife round went Unique's way, dictate the pace of the game, and that's exactly what they've been doing so far. They've pretty much just been rolling onto both of these bomb sites, especially towards B, where they've had pretty heavy impact. And now we see that the Unique money has crumbled once again, and they will go for a buy here and a buy there, but it won't be anything wholesome and full with Zolti. That weapon was saved from the previous round, Passionate as well. They want to go for a little bit of follow-up investment, but it's only going to be a couple of pistols. That one MP9 to level out the cash. And even then, Pulp, he's got a lot less than you would anticipate. And this time it's Prosto just finding all the another 2 for him. He's pretty much been the heavy hitter for this Prosto side. Doesn't quite crunch inwards. I thought that was going to be a bit of a nuclear bomb down into connector, but it isn't. Bomb goes down.
Again, the bomb planted, and again, Unique on the back foot. Not going to be an easy task once more, and again, they just fall back. Trying to see if something that we saw Prosto do a little bit on their CT side of Train. Like, it was sort of like the sweet spot there for Prosto, because most of the time they just got taken down before they even managed to set up for a save. But Unique already trying to save for maybe. At the end of the day, it's a 3-on-4 situation. Yeah, sure, the B bomb side is not easy, especially if you're in a deficit and you have lesser equipment. But I would like to see them make a bit of an attempt regardless.
It's time to post somewhat of a defense, though, from Unique. Of time here. If they lose many down early, that's a very influential down. He's been finding the majority of the entries, and you see that, KD. 10 in the first couple of rounds here. That is just very dominating, showing that he's finding a lot of these entries. And considering that he's normally the first player into these sites, you don't want him to have a KD anywhere near that. So Unique finding that initial important frag with 1 minute 7 left on the board. They want to move through long towards the A bomb site, try and challenge these pair of players. It's all down to, well, whether they can post these smokes and find these frags early.
See, the problem with challenging long at this point is that we got Salty posted up with the AWP, and he's got a good potential of finding something now. Good on, I believe that was Prosto's smoke there at the, well, towards long. Makes pretty good sense when you're up against an AWP to throw down that smoke. It allows you to get a little bit closer. It allows you to keep your opponents guessing. But look at this. Salty still finds an angle. Fenvicious takes one before he's taken down by Well-Let-It. Now all of a sudden it's a 2-on-4 favoring Unique at this point. There's still a player up on short. That's going to be Passionoi. Passionoi does not go for the peak. Instead, it's going to be Robin to take care of Well-Let-It. Spray down coming through from Demasek. He only catches one. Passionoi shuts him down. And there you have it. That's going to be the second board. Or the second round on the board, rather.
Loot bet made for live betting.
Loot bet made. That's my impression of that guy. Do you like it?
He does it better.
2 to 5. That's why they put me here and not on the ads. I could just do a 10-second ad and make all my money that way. But no, I've got to sit here for 6 hours. Anyway, 2 to 5. Prosto. And it's the Ekindar finding that opening frag. We were talking about his effectiveness just a couple of moments ago. And once again, finding a big opening. And back down to 3 HP. He spent the majority of the game at 3 HP. 1 minute 20 on the board. And Waylander moving up towards long. If he can find an opening here, this really causes complications here that he's here. But now they do. There's the headshot. And he's pretty much taken this site on his lonesome. Pulse right through the smoke, gets caught out. Waylander's done everything here. Now the bomb can swiftly rotate in. Nothing Unique can do about this one. It will be another round flush down the toilet. They might as well save these pair of weapons. And Sorty and Pulp can also buy up. Passionoi is probably going to be on an MP9 or a pistol. However, if they were to lose these rifles, then it's a definite save going into round number 9.
Oh, yeah, Kinder, a bit ugly there initially, but he does manage to get the job done. Fenvicious, last man standing, 1-on-5 situation. Very similar stuff here to what we saw from Prosto on Train. Unique managed to get around on the board here in the previous, and then immediately after they lose the next one. So again, it's looking real good here for Prosto. Looking pretty rough for Unique at this point. Fenvicious does manage to hold on to the M4. Gonna try and see if he can find anything else, but he doesn't manage until, or before the time runs out. Great entry there from Waylander. Yakinder almost missing his spray down, but managed to get the job done eventually. That's going to be 6-2 though, and 6 rounds on the T side is pretty good on Overpass. 2 on the T side, not very good here for Unique. Especially, again, they won the pistol. You heard it right.
Yeah, that is
they
actually
won it.
True, isn't it? They did win the pistol, and as of then, it's pretty much been the Prosto show. You might have thought after that pistol that it might be Prosto definitely know what they're doing on this map, especially towards that B bomb site. They've got their X. I imagine that they're the CT side is going to be 2 week series. Might be a tale of 2 halves, and then going into an exciting third and final map. We're not quite there quite yet. However, it will be 2-7 here. Unique with a bit of a shaky buy coming into the next one. They will walk right past, so.
Oh my god.
He might actually just get the... Trigger this playing a little too much. He's watching World Edit like float away. Oh, he wants the knife. Cheeky, cheeky.
Yeah, the thing is, he wants to get as much money as possible. So if he went for the so obviously the trigger discipline is pretty good here. The thing is, if he went for the frag a bit earlier, his other opponents would have just straight up rushed back and taken Pashenoid down, which means that he wouldn't have been able to hold on to that AWP. So yeah, I was kind of fearing that he might have taken a bit too long to do it, but it was definitely the right move considering the outcome.
Yeah, he probably played that one as good as he could have got. Probably the only other way to do that was to kill both those players initially as the second guy peaks. However, you don't know if there's a third man coming. And this time Unique, with the help of that picked up AWP, starting to do the damage. Passionate instantly goes down. That fountain aggression thwarted. Now it's Polt. He's the next player on the aggressive. And this is his solo play that I was talking about earlier. Everybody from Unique really just holding on their lonesome. And this can be a real issue for a CT side. Polt this time is able to find one. And Waylander, if he had any form of support there, there was no way that Polt would have been able to get away there. So, Van Vicious, he's found a frag. Polt likewise. But now it's back to the B bomb site, where a double attack is about to come through. And Robson might as well just throw that smoke straight down. And Nickelback closes his way in. There's the spray away. Flash does nothing. Van Vicious close and personal. Really needs to find this opening pickup. AK right over the top. How much damage, though? He actually shoots a little too early. Van Vicious can't quite find both. And that means Nickelback can strike again.
2-on-2, Salty. Posted up with that AWP. Polt on the high grounds, though. Oh, he almost catches it, but not quite here. Dimasik as he pushes in. Bomb almost getting picked back up, but not quite. Again, Polt. Good positioning on the high ground. Good little back and forth from Polt there. Just pushing forward, falling back, making sure that he always stays like sort of out of sight from his opponents, but close enough for them to know that he's a threat and they have to deal with him. It was very well played there by Polt.
Yeah, the Team Unique side do seem to be waking up a little bit, but only in individual rounds. So you never really know what to make of them in these sort of situations where they're finding little bits of aggression, but Dima pretty much instantly ends connector control for the whole of Unique, and now the Orps need to really run amok. Zorti does find one, but he's got a lot more work to do, and unfortunately Prosto are going to slow this one right down. So no real information granted for Unique. And since those kills came through so early, Prosto have so much time on the board to set up for whatever execute they want. Whether it's an A split towards this B bomb site. However, they don't really have a lot of map control towards B. And that headshot not quite found. Zortig, he can find one more. Now World Edit, he's the man of the moment. Has to catch Zorti on the cross. The AWP is already posted here. And with the Molotovs down and Pashnoi in the back, it's more damage for Team Unique. Zorte can't quite connect. That would have been round over. Dima does finish off another one. And he gets taken down. It's Nickelback. He's got lots of money in his pocket, so for the Prosto side, but Salvage can't connect, but now he can try and close the distance. Knows that Zorte's probably fairly low, down to just under half, but with 20 seconds left, going for the A site is now the only feasible option. He's way too far invested, can't fall back. Now goes for the cross, wants to go for this open plant on the Optimus here, as he tries to take Zorte likewise. And now Nickelback held towards the back of this bullet, but there's the initial headshot. Got 10 left. He's able to find it. And it is a fourth on the board there. That felt like it would have just such a 1v2.
absolute amazing stuff. It started off with a headshot for Salty. WP. Beautiful stuff towards the end there as well. That is going to be 7-4, so slow, one step at a time. Prosto, they've managed to bring the bomb to a plant, them extra money to work with, which is except to buy up continuously for all these rounds. Now, what you can see here, a bit interesting. Nickelback is lining up for one of the smokes on the B bomb site. You saw him look up with the shadows from the railing up on the train tracks, which is what he's smoking the flashbangs in towards the site. Envision as they set up for this execute. Bomb has been dropped over at the B bomb site. Great stuff here from Welsh, is still in a good position.
Final time, he's right there. Surprise, surprise, whack. Great headshots. He finds 4 frags and pretty much single-handedly ends that round. We find ourselves at a 5-7 scoreline, and Zorte, he's going for these initial pickups. Wants to be careful because he's being challenged by just pistols, with the exception of Nickelback's Krieg. This is the first time that we've seen the Prosto economy challenged, apart from the second round of the half, where even then they had 3 lots of rifles. An initial pickup found. Zorte just moving his way in to try and do even more damage. Polt joining him here. Nice aggressive toilets control, and that boost gets spotted. He knows that there's a player underneath as well, so a continuation spray, but doesn't quite find the frag. Ekindar now might even find his kill, but no, Zorte is just a little too quick. No damage done just yet for Prosto. And that poses real problems, because it means that Team Unique, they can really build their money up now if they don't lose any players here. Back towards the A bomb site, where 2 of these players are low. This Deagle can start to rip through this defense, but he has to find assertive frags.
Demasic, last man standing, picks up the SG. Obviously not a whole lot he can do in this one. And as I said, one step at a time. It's looking real good here for Unique at this point. Well, real good is a bit much. It's looking better, is what I'm trying to say. Because it is still... Well, I actually... I'm not entirely sure what the stats are currently on this map. But I've always said that looking at this map analytically, it should be fairly CT-sided due to the rotation time from the A to the B bomb site, due to, well, the ways that you're able to get in good positions and hold off for the initial pushes towards Fountain. There's a lot of things that plays in the CT's advantage on this map. That's a pretty nice nade.
That's the best nade that you'll probably see today. Like, right into
pretty
the
good,
face
yeah.
of Yakindar. Does about 100 damage there, actually over 100 damage. But Nickelback does a little bit more with that big fat AK-47, a big headshot. Yakindar chips and chimes in as well. And Fen Vicious is very low on this B-bomb site. He needs to wait for reinforcements to come through. And Prosto, they haven't even yet to force the issue. They might not even go towards B. I know the bomb is stacked towards this side of the map. However, they might just be pressuring for a rotate. And just waiting for maybe even Fen Vicious to make a mistake. You see Dima is just watching and waiting at that angle. Eagerly waiting. Ekindar's waiting for somebody to go for the jump peak. And they're basically counting on Team Unique. One player stepping a little out of line, a little out of step, and potentially losing their heads. They are now wrapping back away, but this is somewhat of a double fake with Prosto finding the kills on the B-bomb site, then slowing things down, then pulling the trigger towards B, which is exactly what happens. Here they've really forced away all of the rotate. They're going to walk into a defenseless B-bomb site. It'll be an easy round for them. Here goes the bomb plant. Enough time on the clock. Yeah, the rotate is never going to come. This will be a instant save for a Team Unique side who really want a buy round into the 15th and final, which is coming up next.
Prosto finally answering back after a couple of rounds in a row here for Unique. And again, seeing as it is at least analytically, a CT-sided map, Unique with only 6 could potentially make it 7. There is a 1 round remaining after this one goes in the favor of Prosto, which is why we see Unique holding on to their weaponry for this one. A bit interesting that they don't at least push one player in to try and bully the opponents, to try and deal some economical damage, considering that Port was sitting on 7,000. They could have definitely thrown one player, even 2 actually, to go for a bit of a hunt there and try and deal some economical damage. That's a bit curious. Maybe they didn't quite think about it. Maybe they just wanted to use the time to talk things through, but I don't know.
Remember also, it's the last round of the half, so it doesn't really matter. Prosto, it'll just be stat padding at that point, since Prosto, they can go for a full buy either way.
Well, if they dealt enough damage, if he got 2 kills, they wouldn't have been able to. Like, some of the players were going to be a little bit limited in their buy. They're going to be limited at least in utility.
Yeah, I think that maybe Unique just didn't realize that the Prosto economy has been that crushed with a clean round coming in round number 13. But yeah, as you said, it's a bit suspect that they don't want to go hyper aggressive and just showing how passive that they've been playing. But now it's all about winning this 15th and final round. When will Zorti take the shot? Just misses by about half a second there. That could have been a big one. The nade actually does connect, so Waylander down to just under 60 points of health. As he approaches on this smoke, it's all timing once again. Can he catch off the AWP? And yeah, he spots a thigh and does over 90 damage. So now it's down to Robin, who's on 10 HP to try and hold this up. So this AK-47, could have finished it off, but Zorte's just a little too fast. He's through the smoke. Pashnoi as well. 7 rounds on the board. And Team Unique, they kind of saved that half.
Yeah, at least somewhat. So they were behind quite a bit, and they managed to bring it back at least somewhat. 7 rounds on the board, though. I mean, they I'm not going to say that they need this pistol, but it's close to them actually needing this pistol. Even if they get it, though, because they did manage to get the pistol in the first half, it's not necessarily, doesn't necessarily mean that they'll come out on top for the half. So see medley of the frags coming through for the first half here. Nice couple of frags. This entry here from Waylander was very important in that round. We saw a couple of times actually Yakinder being the entry fragger, but then losing his life immediately after getting the entry done, which is a bit unfortunate for him, and I'm not entirely sure if his stats actually suggest that as well. We'll take a quick look at it. Yeah, Yakinda is at the very top alongside with Demasic, both sitting on 14. Well, let's get back to it. Let's Polt. He gets the first. Fenvicious with one as well, but quick trades coming in here. Waylander catching a double. Forced out of position. As he goes for the reload, he will get pushed upon. Look at this. Demasic on the flank. Only catches one, though. And now it's both players low on HP. Nickelback. Oh, Nickelback is going to go for the move all the way back towards the A-bomb site. At least to change up his position, if nothing else.
This is all a matter of luck, isn't it, G? Almost. It depends who catches whose footsteps. If Sorty gets hurt here first, then he's going to get taken down with Nickelback, yeah, he's just hidden around this corner. This should be just an easy pickup. There's the kill. And that is all just timing. And with Nickelback going for an intelligent rotate there, he was obviously assumed to be just hidden away on that B bomb site, and for a round that influential to come down to that 15 HP situation for both players, that's really unfortunate for Unique, and I think that they're going to be kind of scratching their head after that one as to how they really lost that round. They'll go for the fairly full eco here, just about as whole an eco as you'll ever see in Counter-Strike nowadays, as Prosto will probably whitewash all over this round, actually trying to hold back to avoid any HEs from just blasting down, knowing that just a pair of HEs could instantly end the round.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Prosto should be able to just shut down this round nice and easy and get that double digits right off the bat here for the second half, which would give them a pretty good and solid start to this second half. That being said, we have seen the T side being a bit more dominating as of recent. A lot of people say it's mainly due to the SG. I'm not entirely in agreement with that. It does help though.
Wow.
Dimasic finds one, but only one. He's one and done, but Yakinder on the flank. As I said, he is sitting at the top of the scoreboard alongside with Dimasic. Good stuff here from Yakinder and Nickelback. Both of them catching some frags, but this is not good enough for Prosto. They do manage to pick up the round, but only one player surviving.
With 11 HP, with
Yeah,
no health.
that's not good
literally
enough.
could have just been done. I can't believe that wasn't even a buy. That wasn't even a half buy, a force. I think they had one P250, one Deagle, and 3 of those frags right there were found by Glocks. Dazed would be screaming.
Oh yeah, GLAWKS.
Glocks!
Yeah, that wasn't good enough. You should not. Well, your impression was all right. That wasn't what I was talking about. What I was trying to say is, Prosto should not allow themselves to lose 4 players in a round like that. Unique came up on top in that round. It was an eco. The main reason why you do an eco is to try and save up money. If you manage to deal economical damage in an eco, you've already pretty much won the round. At least considering what you what your expectations were going into the round.
It's not exactly great expectations. But obviously, yeah. 1 minute 10 left. T side going towards long, which has actually been a bit of a weak point for Prosto. They haven't been holding with anybody in particular. But this time, they've obviously got Nickelback, who's here in this position where he's going to do a little bit of damage or just try and find one frag. He's already spotted the shadow. Instantly goes down, though, so now they can actually watch for the flank. If Nickelback had stayed alive, that would have caused massive complications. They've got 2 players of Prosto just hidden within toilets. Now just the one. Dima drops early. I'm not sure why he wanted to go so aggressive there, but that means that the whole defense falters and falls. Poke with another, and Waylander. Yeah, he's last alive. And with 30 seconds still on this bomb, it's all about how much damage he can do. Obviously, the unique money is very low. This round feels like a long time coming, though. I feel like we might actually see Unique do something decent on their T side here. We saw a very one-sided T side earlier on Train. So here on Overpass, it's not a CT-sided a map. We might see it. Is he actually... Oh, no, he's going to go for the Ninja. He might even get this. No, he won't. Pashnoi. Gosh. Take a deep breath, everybody. Take a deep breath.
I really like the attempt, though.
I love it. I love it.
It's one of those things that, okay, the chances of you actually getting it done are so slim. We see an attempt every once in a while, and I would say this is like off the top of my head. I shouldn't do this, but I'll do it anyways. I'll say it probably works out like 1 out of 10 times, or
Yeah, I was
something
gonna say
like
that.
roughly like that.
Yeah, and then when you have to calculate if that's a a well EV player, a good EV play. You have to see, like, how much does it actually cost him? It cost his teammate $400 and him $300. So it's a $700 play. And then what would you put the dollar amount on a round as? What, $25,000 probably? Like 20, 25? It depends. Like in that round, it's instantly an extra 15,000 with the actual win bonus that you're getting above what you would have initially had. And then actually getting that round on the board as well. You've got to probably put a dollar amount on winning a round is like 25,000 probably. That's quite a weird little theory, isn't it? Because I don't think anybody's ever, like, I've never really thought of that before, like the actual dollar amount that you'd put on a round.
Yeah, I mean, it is an interesting question, but it's definitely, like, you got to be thinking to yourself, as you said, risk evaluation, right? Is it worth the risk to go for this play? If you don't really invest anything into the round, it's definitely worth it. If you've invested quite a bit into it, if you have an AWP, for instance, it's not worth the risk because you lose so much money if you get taken down. And even if you win the round, I mean, you don't really gain a massive amount considering, you know, what you had in store already. Again, bit of a min buy here for Prosto. Should be easy pickings for Unique, and looks like it. Finvicious getting caught in the open. That's a bit of an issue. Past Shanai, though. He finds the final two, and that's going to be the 9th round on the board now for Unique.
So yeah, scoreline closing up 9-10. Throwing some interesting theories about, but it will be another eco for Prosto here. They're probably going to go for just a pistol here and there. World Edit obviously wanting that AWP in the first gun round. We should be seeing even Stevens, double digits for both teams after this. And you see, even with this very one-sided start to this half, the odds just haven't shifted whatsoever. Prosto still favourites here in this map, according to about 65% of the viewership here. Pope will probably... Oh, I thought he was probably going to just rinse them up there, but only gets one. That's an AK-47 salvaged. Robin can't capitalise. He really needs to just get out of there and support this bomb going down. If he drops here, then there'll be 2 rifles in the Prosto hands with a heavy man advantage going through to this A-bomb site. World Edit finding another headshot. This is starting to get itchy here. Team Unique have to be very careful about this round. Otherwise, it could all just fall on its head, and already heavy damage has been done. So, Zorte, 19 HP, finding both headshots there, doing a massive amount of work. And he kind of knows that World Edit is hidden within that smoke. Yeah, antsy stuff, and he finds all 3. That's 4 kills in the round for him. With only 19 points of health as well. How convincing can you get? Look at this stuff. So quick on the trigger.
I mean, it does look very impressive, but we gotta keep in mind that the SG is currently the most accurate weapon on first bullet. Which means that, sure, it's still impressive that he managed to get the kills, but seeing as the weapon is so incredibly accurate, as long as you have decent aim, you're going to be able to hit those headshots fairly convincingly. Probably like at least 8 out of 10 times. At the end of the day, double digits for both. Again, Unique with a decent comeback already into this game. Presto. They need this. Well, first of all, they need this round very desperately. But even that is not going to be enough. There's still going to be plenty of money for Unique to buy up for the next, even if they lose this one. So Presto, they need 2 rounds in a row, and they need them to be somewhat clean rounds. Furthermore, they need this map. That is very, very vital. Finvicious, nice shot right at the edge of the smoke there. Demas, it gets taken down. A 1-for-1 trade. Bit of damage dealt towards Nickelback as well. Yakinda out towards long, connects on Peshanoi. Things have been slowed down ever so slightly. Well let it, posted up in a good position. Ready to pounce, but it is going to be Yakinda shutting down Sorte. And Waylander waiting a bit too long, unfortunately. Polk does manage to get one before he gets taken down. Finvish is now going to be last man standing. He finds one of his own. Only 2 players surviving. Even if they do that, that wouldn't be great here for Presto. Finvish up on the A-bomb side. Yakinda will eventually shut him down. And yeah, 2 players do manage to hold on to their weapons, do manage to hold on to their lives here for Presto. But again, there's so much money in the hands of Unique that even if 2 players manage to hold on to their lives, I don't feel like it's going to be good enough.
Yeah, I agree. You saw there that was kind of the change of pace. As soon as Prosto got proper weaponry in their hands, they seemed a lot more convincing. That AWP was able to find an opening frag. That round there was pretty much like the worst case scenario for Prosto, and they still survived with 2 players, where a lot of those openings were found really fast for Unique. After the initial openings came through, Van Vicious, great headshot there, World Edit trying to get cheeky right above the pack, and does drop his AWP. There is the refrag, and this does seem like a fairly textbook Counter-Strike for Prosto here. All the refrags are coming through. Dima might be able to find both. No, Pashnoi finally finds that headshot. He should have probably went down there also. But you see, as soon as Unique go for one play, there's an instant response. And I feel like Waylander's about to pretty much single-handedly end this round. He's going to be watching straight onto short, but the timing is absolutely awful. Waylander, he's probably called that there's nobody towards B here. And did he even spot that cross? I don't think he did. So he will be right in the back lines for this push to come through, but the timing is absolutely a nightmarish situation for Waylander, but he will have the fast flank. Will it come into effect? Let's watch and see. He will be, right behind the pack, but no, he fires! He shoots early, gets straight on that bomb though, but it's only a tap away. Pashnoi, he's right away from everything. Close to this bomb site, needs to get back in. Oh, and it's both kills! How the hell does he find that? 11-11. Pashnoi with only 10 points of health. You thought that maybe the earlier HE would finish him off, but just look at this. Nickelback, caught jumping, isn't accurate, can't respond, and we're back to evens once again. Unique definitely stole that one away.
Yeah, again, as I said, Prosto on their 11th round, only surviving with 2 players. Unique had plenty of money to buy into that round we just saw. Unique picking up that round. Okay, only 1 player survives. That means that their economy is going to be hurting a little bit from that. But obviously, still plenty of money to buy into this round. And furthermore, it's going to be an eco here for Prosto. This is looking pretty good here for Unique at this point, and they could potentially run away with this one 2-0.
Yeah, they've got to be able to push the cart a little bit further, though. Remember that Prosto, they're back to pistols. Their money's been shaky since the start. Remember that loss bonus will start to be totaling and tallying up, because they haven't really been winning that much at all. Unique, it's just been a T-train for them. Very much alike to what we saw on Train just a little while ago. These kills should start to come through. Obviously another player getting spotted there. As Unique, they are going to try and wrap around this B-bomb site and probably go for the instant charge in. Nickelback's one of the only defenders here. He's very low on HP, and I don't think that 17 HP is going to keep Team Unique out of this bomb site. And it is an instant headshot found. This bomb site's been breached once again. It'll be exits for Prosto here. Whether they can maybe salvage any sort of rifle is their prerogative. But C4 goes down, and now Prosto, they can just set up. They can be calm. There's no reason to save these pistols here. Remember, it's all rifles on the Unique side, so even the kill bonus isn't going to be a massive amount. Not enough to worry about. And yeah, 17 seconds before this bomb explodes. So Prosto just setting up for the exits. There's another frag. Pashnoi watching for the flank, and absolutely no damage done at the end of the 24th.
Loot bet made for live betting.
Thank you very much. 12 to 11. Of course, World Edit. He's got the AWP back out. It's a rifle show here for the Prosto side. Team Unique. Obviously, they've got their rifles up as well. They've got a bye in the 25th. If they lose this one, obviously not much loss bonus. It'll be a rocky road as of then. But they do now have a path to victory.
Yeah, Prosto, they need to step it up big time. Yakinda is in a good spot here. As long as they push forward one by one, he should be able to get something done. Actually, most of them just falling back. Yakinda goes for a bit of a peek, takes a lot of damage, falls back to safety for now. Down to roughly, well, to exactly 35. Well, let it post it up over on short A. Patiently waiting for his opponents to push in towards his crosshair. Misses his opportunity as he's completely blinded. Forced to fall back once more. Demasik posted up. Decent positioning as well. He's also just patiently waiting. It is a waiting game here for Prosto, but at least they are still trying to sort of force the fight towards their opponents. To have one player from the T side up on short A. The rest of them are going to make a move back towards the B bomb side. Demasik. Oh, rough spray down, but he managed to get the job done. And now sitting right on the opposite side of Monster. Good stuff here from Prosto. 4 players staying alive. That's definitely going to help them as they move forward. And Prosto, they bring it back to equal grounds once again. 12-12 on the scoreboard.
So you can see rounds like this, Prosto should be winning this. Their fundamentals are definitely better. The way that they're playing Overpass is very classic and regimented. You're having players just hold right behind the smoke. We saw no absolute smoke spray downs from Team Unique in the first half. And that's just because Prosto, they were playing it a little bit better. They knew exactly where all of this utility should be falling down, and Unique just weren't in position to be able to cause any embarrassment like that. However, on the Unique side, they've got more flair. They're finding a lot of these opening kills and a lot of these clutches as well. So I think it's going to be the fundamentals against the flair in the last 5 rounds of this game, or the last 6 rounds in this game. Or specifically, Dima just playing back in passive, wanting to fall away. 3 players on A, which is actually quite an awkward setup. Usually you don't see this. If you're playing 3 on A, it would be a more aggressive set piece. However, hidden away in the corner. I don't know if Fenvicious will be accounting for this second man. It's all down to Dima here, whether he can find multiple frags. This might be the one play that really works against the CT side. The flash and smoke over. Dima's very close. It's all about who's going to find these openings. Dima only with 1 before falling down. World Edit caught between a rock and a hard place. He's stuck in the opening. And Yakindar from behind. It's 1 and done. World Edit, why did he move from that safe, solitary position? 20 seconds left now as Waylander has made the rotate known. Nickelback's joined him. So the chance of this bomb going down is very slim. They need to find these shots. Nickelback tagged, but a great headshot. And both of these players alone. No way. Nickelback, he's got the AWP in hand, but doesn't know that these players are 10 and 9 HP apiece. There's a headshot. Oh, and the nade finishes him. How does that happen? As I said, it's Flair again that carries Unique through to 13.
Yeah, very troublesome here for Prosto as well, considering that their economy is not the greatest at this point. Very important round for both of the teams. In the previous, it was Unique to come out on top on that one. That gives Unique a brilliant chance of picking up a 14th now. We do see a bit of an interesting buy here. Nickelback actually forcing up for the M4. The rest of his teammates going for an eco. I'm not entirely sure if I agree with this one. It's definitely an interesting one, but it seems to be working out. It's Waylander and Nickelback catching a couple of frags right off the bat. Saute catches one on Yakinda. Waylander is still in a good position. He spots the shadow, but he won't spot the player up on short. Will get taken down. Again, Unique needs to be careful about not losing too many players in a round like this.
I love how he gets baited by that shadow there for the player on short. And also the shadow reveals his head a little bit higher than it really is. And he gets taken away like the rest of his team. PRO100 stuck on 12. They need 4 in a row to win this in regulation. And Nickelback, due to go for that buy, doesn't really have a lot of money left. So goes for the MP9 instead. That questionable buy that you were talking about, I think that he maybe, without communication, just assumed that they were going for the force buy.
$14-12 though. Unique with just 2 more rounds. They'll secure a 2-0 victory. Obviously be a bit of a blow in the gut of PRO100. But before we get right to the end of this one, I just want to remind you guys that we do have another game coming up. That's going to be Squid once again covering that one, but with tea time, as I have to go right after this one. That's going to be Pact versus csgo. So if you haven't already, make sure you follow the channel right here on Twitch. Make sure you follow UCC on social media as well to stay up to date with everything CSGO related. And while you're over on Twitter, you can hit me and Squid up with a follow as well. Our Twitter handles are in the title of the stream.
I pay him to say that. I do. I pay him lots and lots of money.
I haven't seen that paycheck yet, so you're not paying me anything.
It's in the post, I promise. 40 seconds on the board, and Yakindar hidden right behind the smoke. As it dissipates, nobody seems to be ready for this one. Everybody with nades out. And Yakindar, can he catch good timing? No, not quite. Pashnoi always seems to be just a little too quick. Great headshot, and now it's only Dima on the response. He's hidden right around the corner. Here comes the flank. And Team Unique, what are they doing? They're not ready for anything, but here comes the re-wrap towards B. It might be a fast plant as Waylander. He is here. There's the one headshot. Needs to find a little bit more. Zorte! Great shot right through the barn. He's able to eliminate another as there is a double attack coming through, but catches bad timing. Dima with a great response in retort, as it is a 13th on the board for PRO100, who cling on.
Sorte obviously caught between a nail and a hard place in that situation, but the only acceptable thing for him to do is actually just tuck himself into that corner, allow his opponent on short to spray through the corner, because he knew exactly the position of one of the players. He spotted him up towards heaven. If he just aimed in on him, he would have actually had a chance in that one. But obviously, as I said, very, very tough, and especially when you're pressured from multiple sides, it's the decision making in a situation like that is so incredibly hard to do. Easy for me to sit here on the sidelines and tell them how they should play. But at the end of the day, if it was me in this situation, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten anything done.
Yeah, it's so tough. You're really like having to micro-analyze and see this game in real time. And that's when it becomes so difficult, where you don't know what your opponent's exactly doing. I like the crossfire that they've got held towards connector, just in case PRO100 do anything incredibly aggressive. Pashnoi, another beautiful headshot. World Edit drops early. And now the Famous, it's next to fall. Dima, the last line of defense, has to hold it up on his lonesome. And there are Molotovs placed to temporarily slow Unique down. And the flank is hot on their heels, but another headshot. Fenvicious, right between the eyes on Yakindar, the star of the game. He almost stole the show earlier on today, but it is match point for Unique, and they've got 2 chances to close. And
Oh, no.
Oh, it's their best opportunity. Prosto, they're going to have barely any money. Look at this. Oh, this is going to be painful. Close your eyes, Prosto fans.
I've really felt like doing the whole "oh no" in that situation, because Prosto, they should have had that round. They had the better equipment, they had the angles, they had the positioning. Everything was in their favor except for aim. Aim was looking so much better for Unique. Even when, okay, we talk about Pika's advantage, but Pika's advantage is not like that massive of a thing. It's definitely been hyped up a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
You shouldn't be able to outpeak an AWP when the orb is scoped in towards you, and you go for a dry peek without any flashes. The orb should win that duel 99% of the time. But he didn't. And it was just so many peaks going in the favor of Unique for that one. Even though Prosto actually had the positioning to make it happen. Unique, they're playing this one so very well. They did it on Train. And obviously it shows here that this map is better than Train was for Prosto. But at the end of the day, Unique, they're just a better team, at least today.
Yeah, they've been really flawless, especially on Train, where we really saw them not give up anything. They really just ran through the opposition. And here, second map, obviously, looking like the final one. Remember, Prosto, they still have an opportunity to get back into this series. 2 rounds in a row, and then it's even Stevens. They go to overtime and play an MR3. I think, is it 16k or is it 10k? I can't really remember.
The OT ruling is 16k MR3.
Yeah, so that puts Prosto back on the board where they'll have money, but they have to get there first, and this will be the harder of the 2 rounds. They've spent every penny apart from $50 on Waylander. Ooh, he picks up a nice MP9 rattle-away headshot. Robin is just hidden here behind the smoke, and this is all timing again. Yakin Dart, he'll be diving out in just a few moments. Ben Vicious, a pair of frags. He actually finds one. Caught in the sky, though, as this 3 versus 2 isn't exactly looking doable. Players on exactly the wrong side of the map as the C4 finally goes down. World Edit, he is held right behind this Molotov. And 30 seconds left. They have to get inside. And they haven't got a kit either, so time is really starting to run low. And we can just see this map and this series tick away. They're playing way too slowly, and Fenvicious with maybe closing headshots. A great quad kill to finish things off. 16-13.
Yeah, that's going to be that. As we take a quick look at the scoreboard, we'll see Fenvicious was sitting at the top there. We're just going to head to the replays for this one, and as we do, obviously, thank you guys so much for watching. Great 2-0 victory here for Unique. Managed to pull it through here towards the end. Prosto, they fall short. Unfortunately, we thought this map was going to be a little bit better for them, and it definitely was a little bit better, but not much more than that.
Yeah, absolutely not. It wasn't meant to be for the Prosto boys. A 2-0 to Team Unique, who continue their path through the Loot Vet CS Season 5. We'll see you in an hour or so for the second and final series of the day. Don't go very far, don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a bit.
Darkness come. Why did darkness come? darkness come? I felt the lightning shake me into hell. Why did darkness come? I wanna stay in here where I belong. Why did darkness come? Something keeps me